Rise ye ashen tarnished chosen undead, and welcome Souls fans new and loyal to the next installment of your Elden Ring Platinum All Achievements Easy to Follow guide. We ended the last video, we just missed out on enough time to beat Godrick, which means that'll be the first thing we do in this video. We did speak to NEPHALI so that we can summon her, not so much for the help in this fight, more so we want the Arsenal Charm talisman that she's going to give us later on. In this video we're going to defeat Godrick, we're going to activate his Great Rune, and then we're going to head to Raya Lucaria. All going well, we should get 3 trophies / achievements, 2 definite, 3rd should be achieved as long as we get good pacing. So, summon NEPHALI. Now we do want her to survive. Now the good news is, if you've been following along, your build is now so strong you don't need to worry about Godrick posing too much of a threat, even with some extra health he's going to get here. So we've got our dual katanas, but we're going to start off as per our default. We are going to launch rocks. So come in, summon skeletons. After the cutscene, summon skeletons, launch rocks. They may not reach from here. Oh no, they reach. So be careful when he does his storm. He's going to launch 2 of those little whirlwind type things. NEPHALI, your job is just not to take too much damage, which is not going to be a problem. So storm. Okay, there you go. He's paying too much attention to my skeletons and NEPHALI. Now, at this point, where he's going to chop off his own hand, we're going to get a cutscene. You're going to switch to katana and charge. So we dodge this fire attack. And as you can see, I'm using L1. I'm not respecting his damage. I am just L1ing. There we go. Easy.
And one day we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
There we go. Trophy achievement number 4 of 42, SHARDBEARER Godrick. We get the Godrick's Great Rune and the Remembrance of the Grafted. Have a rest at this grace, which is also called Godrick the Grafted. And level up 2 more levels into Int to get it up to 30. So the way you know which way is the correct way to go is the guy from the prison gates. He's stomping on the corpse of Godrick.
Craven to the bone.
Carry on. We're going to open the door. Carry on. Actually, do we actually need to? No, we can walk from where we are, so we're fine. Where we're going to go now is the grace that we unlocked. We went through all of these enemies here to unlock the LIMGRAVE Tower Bridge, and this is where we're going to go next. So although we have Godrick's Rune, it is currently in an inactive state. There we go. So it's not lit up. Yeah, so Godrick's Great Rune, devoid of any benediction. So that's what we're going to change here. Come up, grab this talisman, the Bolt Drake talisman. Boosts your lightning resistance. And we're going to get 3 giant soldiers in this area. Now at the very far end is an archer. And what we want to make sure is that that archer is not hitting us. You can actually use the archer to hit the other giants, which if they get hit by the archer, it's a guaranteed insta-stagger. Or at least it is until we get to James 2 and onwards. But get ready to roll. All you're doing is waiting. Once they get downed, and that's why I'm using rocks, there you go. Once they're downed, you're coming in here, you can stab the core, and that's going to kill them. Again, until you get to the. So you can see the archer there. I'm making sure that this other... oh, it didn't insta-down. Huh. There we go. Mostly down. No. Oh, deprived me of my critical. Okay, once you've done that, you're then going to stick to the right side, wait for an arrow, charge, you're going to head to this little mound over here, crouch, you're then going to stay behind this pillar that's between me and him. And then carry on. Once we get close enough, so here, he can't hit us with his bow anymore. So the only thing he can do is try and stomp on us. And he will. It's normally 3 stomps. There we go. Dual katanas, because they're both doing magic damage, representing greatly. And now we're going to use this warp gate, and it's going to warp us to the other side of this chasm. Onward we go. Open the doors. Up a rather lengthy lift. What? I am turtle. Turtle. Here we go. Optional trigger. This is the Divine Tower of LIMGRAVE Grace. We're not going to be coming back here, so you don't need to trigger that one. Come here, and this restore power of the Great Rune. This will now restore the power of Godrick's Great Rune. And that is trophy achievement number 5 of 42, Great Rune. Once you've done that, we're now going to head the southernmost part of LIURNIA with a merchant. LIURNIA Lake Shore. And about this point, with our stats and our build, we're now ready to take out our next Evergaol, or Evergaol, to get our second legendary sorcery / incantation. So at the Grace, we're going to equip but not activate this Great Rune. We are going to have a mandatory death coming up, so we don't want to waste a rune arc. So Great Runes, and in the slot put Godrick's Great Rune. So it says item effect raise all attributes, but the way these work, you'll see now in the top left we have the Great Rune equipped. However, the only way to activate them is by using a rune arc, and we do not want to do that because when you die, it deactivates, and rune arcs are a somewhat limited supply. Right, we're heading for this area here, and to do that, hang on, where is the other? Oh, keep going, that's why. So to do that, follow the left wall by heading north, keep going, and there it is. We're going to get to a spirit spring. I got confused for a second with my spirit springs. Yoink! And here is the Evergaol. Now for this one, the best thing you can do, having Moonveil equipped, hold triangle or Y and then press R1 so that you're dual wielding, and we're just going to use the Moonveil and we're just going to ash this person. So by holding R2, we're going to be pressing, by holding L2, we're going to press R2 for the vertical sweep, and we're going to keep doing that as our best attack against this enemy. This is a Pyromancer who also has a bleed weapon, and we need to defeat him for the Flame of the Fell God legendary incantation. There we go. He likes to jump, which is perfect for us. Oh, hello. As you can see, we rep a lot of damage with our Moonveil attack. And he only gets one heal, so there you go, don't worry about him using flasks. Bonk. There you go. Stay away from big fiery ball of destruction. And that is Adan, Thief of Fire, and that is your second of 7 legendary sorceries / incantations, the Flame of the Fell God. Now, with that out of the way, we can carry on to our South Raya Lucaria gate. And before we can get in, we need to get the key. The key which is being guarded by a big old dragon. So what you're going to do is you're going to set a beacon on this island here. So from where you are to the west, slightly to the north. And we're not going to fight the big old dragon. That would be silly. Instead, we're just going to steal from it. Hobbit style. So reminder, jump, make sure you land on this rock to avoid death. And now head along to your beacon. Go around the rocks, go between the rocks, and there we are. So we do not need the other items. There are 3 items here. The only one that matters is the one in the far crevice by the chair, as that is the Academy key. We're then just going to run away, right away. We're not ready to take on any dragons. There you go, Glintstone key. I grabbed the kukris, but there's no need. We just need the Glintstone key. And then as you see, I've turned around and I've gotten out of there. And as soon as I can, spam the map and then head to the South Raya Lucaria gate. Now we have the key. So this item is a little teaser that shows you that island to get the key. So they do try and give you a guide, but we're just now we've got it because we know where it is. Examine the seal, and we get inside. straight to the main academy gate, Grace. Touch that. Get on your horse, don't examine, instead ride to the end. Grab this mushroom, why not? And you can see there a familiar looking golden tree. We are indeed doing this for a golden seed. And now horse your way back. So I always try and jump off the horse before hitting the blue barrier. You get a bit more momentum rather than slowly dismounting. Take the lift up. Onward. Options here, you can rush the two casters, or you can go for a spell bot. Either way, if you're going to spell them, you want to do it from... No, maybe not. You want to do it from down low so that they don't start. As you can see, they do a triple spam attack. What I like to do is try and kill one, and then shank the next. Open up, there's one more. Don't go too far in, as there are also ambushing caged enemies. Rocks. 2 rocks made for it, that's fine. We outrange this enemy. There you go. Have a drink. So I've got glintstone pebble at the ready. Actually, before we trigger the cages, come to the right here. There's an illusion wall, and one of those all-precious rune arcs is in this room. There we go. 3 spells. Now be careful, once they take enough damage, they go into a frenzy mode where they just flail around. And that is the bigger threat that they pose, as they thrash with all 4 arms and do extra damage. So 2 in the middle, 1 on the right. We can then take the right side around here, grab Gold Rune 2, come behind this for Somber 3, and this last enemy up here, you can't lock onto them until they drop. Oh no, there you go. It's apparently, it was blocked by the pillars. Take out him. Come out round here for a Grace. This is the Church of the Cuckoo Grace. Right. As you come out, be prepared to run. So there are these zombie enemies you can just about see there. They grab you and drain your MP, or your FP I should say. That's very bad. They are incredibly resilient to both physical and magical damage, so we are just going to run. There are ambushes as well. There he is. Some of them will appear as they unbury themselves. There's Doggo as well, so take out the dog. Don't worry about the items, they are just ambushes in disguise. Come up here, and we want to drop down here. Backstabs are our friend. And just be mindful in case any decide to follow. Rocks. So this one's slightly larger. Why are you not letting me back on? There we go. As I said, be careful you're not being followed. We're going to grab our Carian set. Great armor set that we're going to use for a lot of the game. And then we're going to come around here, grab a gold rune 4. And then up this path here. One katana or 2, I think we'll stick with 1. Up. And just, oh no, there we go, we were able to jump past. Sometimes you get blocked. Stop it. As I say, the dogs are the main issue in this area. What I should have been doing is just blocking first and then hitting. Right. Onward. We're going to take this lift. Don't worry if you don't get the first one, there's multiple, so just wait if you're in doubt. And we're going to grab a grace first. How many souls do you actually give? 82. Okay, you're definitely worth killing them. These Carian servants. Grab the crystal darts. So this desk here, if you actually complete Fop's questline by giving him a spare key, this desk is his desk, and sadly, like most Souls-like game NPCs, his quest ends in his demise. Come up here. Bop. Gold rune 4, we are going to come back here in a moment, but we are going to grab our grace first. Just here. This is the Schoolhouse classroom grace. Flasks, we can add our next flask charge and allocate to 4/6. Level up. So I'm just shy. How shy am I actually? I am 1,000 and let's say 1,100 shy. So there you go. I'm going to use one of those gold rune 4s. Use runes as needed. We're going to level up, and we're going to level up endurance to 12. Not only does this increase our stamina, but it also increases our maximum equip load. So equipment, we are going to equip the Carian gauntlets and the Carian greaves. Oh, that puts me at heavy. Not the Carian greaves yet then. Okay. I think that's getting ready for when we activate the rune, that's why. So I've just jumped ahead. Come back. Up we go, and as I said, we are not activating Godrick's rune yet, as we need to die. So wait for one of these to go, and we're dying in a very specific way to a very specific enemy. So first, we ride this lift all the way down, and we're going to be grabbing an item on the floor. The item on the floor is a smithing stone 5. So, worth picking up. And then we need to die to... There's an Iron Maiden enemy here, and it's specifically... we need to die to its grab attack. So we're going to get dropped off. There it is. Smithing 5, and this maiden here. So Not the weapons, but the claws when it grabs with its inner chest. That's it. So this attack, I think it's going to have to do it twice. Yeah. Oh, there we go. 2 in a row. Perfect. So, yes, we die. That's why we also want to make sure we leveled up first. But it also is one of those moments where the game kills you to transport you somewhere else. And we're going to wake up in Volcano Manor. So, as you can see, a new section of the map that we have early access to thanks to this enemy exploit. Key point of movement in Volcano Manor is the lava slows down your movement. So the way we can get around this is backstepping. So if you don't press any directions but just press circle or B on your Xbox, you do a backstep. Backstepping is a much quicker way of going through lava. Now lava does indeed hurt you, so you want to be mindful of that. Okay, so firstly what we're going to do is we're going to jump. Then we're going to jump some more. Now our aim is to go to that island down there, and if we go from the waterfall, we survive the drop, we heal, and then we backstep our way. Don't worry about the slugs, they look worse than they actually are. But yeah, so from the lava, down we go, heal, and we're going to backstep our way to victory. There we go. Nope. Wow, 3, really? Right. So we're now going to continue to head south. So we've got another lava section, so let me use Crimson Tears. Jump, and then turn, and then backstep. There we go. No. And now come around here to this lift. Rocks at the ready. So careful, there's this worm snake type thing. Now these enemies are much tougher as this is a later part of the map. Oh, ow, as you can see there from the amount of damage I just took. Ah, Drew, you moron. My fault, I didn't pay attention to my FP gauge. I did rocks and then I went, oh, I have run out of FP. Never mind, apologies viewers. No, thank you. That's what we wanted. There we go. That's how we're supposed to do it. Okay. Roof jump, left path. So yeah, so we are going to eventually come back because we're going to go take this next lift over here. However, there are some nice items that we can be grabbing that we are definitely going to grab. So we're going to pop this guy. Make sure the only thing you lock onto are slugs, if anything at all. And we're just going to stay on this upper left path. Don't know why I came around this way. I think I thought I was going to take advantage of an enemy, which was clearly not the case. Yeah, I was thinking about this enemy down here. And we want to grab this somber smithing stone 6. We're going to take advantage of our high vantage point, prioritizing these enemies. Slugs are easier to deal with. Can I reach it? I can. So, mindful there's another one of these enemies down here. Oh, that was not worth it. Wow, I underestimated the slug damage. Okay, and lovely. Right, jump across. Grab smithing stone 6, and now it's safe to go to the fountain and grab a gold 9, which is a nice chunk of runes for us. Cool. And now up here, and up here is back where we started. Yeah, we're okay. Bot priest. Should have just backed away and rocked. If in doubt, that is a better plan than doing what I just did. Right, do not enter here. Do not enter here. That is a very tough enemy that we are not ready to fight. We'll be fighting them later. All we're doing coming up here is we're going to open this shortcut for later on by pushing this lever. Now there is actually a skip, an old speedrun skip. I don't know if they patched it, but you can jump from that round chain thing up to that balcony and skip a chunk of the game. We're not going to do that because A, we're going to skip a bunch of enemies we need to kill for trophies, and B, we're not speedrunning this. We are doing a quick platinum, but we're keeping it easy. So now we've defeated him, we're going to head over to here, turn on your lantern just so you have some better visibility for below, come round and you are going to grab this Somber 5. Right, just next to the hanging corpse is the drop we're looking for. So you don't want to go to the deepest part, you want to be dropping onto this section here. Now this is a dodgy drop, but there you go, that's what we were going for. If you fall any further than this, then sadly you fall to your death, and we all know we don't want that. Carry on the drops, and you're going to come into this cave, which has a bunch of bats in it. How are we doing for FP? We're good. Currently too far away. Bop it a bit. We're actually not too far from an alternate route we could take at the beginning. However, if we take that route, obviously the downside is we don't get the items that we collected along the way. Pop the bats. I believe this item is worthless. Yep, Smoldering Butterfly. So don't bother with the item, it's an unnecessary jump. Onward for a few more bats. And then don't worry, we're nearly at our grace. Save your remaining FP. We can either ignore or katana bop the next slugs. So we're going to drop. Be careful with these drops. This is another one of those, if you drop too far in one go, you die type scenarios. Oh, no, big ol' whiff. And I do remember to respect the slugs more now, so I think I'm just going to run past them. He says going the wrong way. Drop. 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 So, a couple of enemies, the last two before the grace, you can just see over there that gold swirl. So this one is going to charge at you, and this one is going to spam spells at you. So, in fact, let's heal, play it extra safe, drop. In fact, I think Katana is going to be a better approach for you because you're just going to cast. There we go. And here we are. So the reason why we had to do the slog like this is this counts as a dungeon. You cannot warp until you reach a grace. So this is the Subterranean Inquisition Chamber. And now we are able to warp again. So we're just going to head to the round table hold, the table of lost grace. Head over to Hugh.
Those eyes of a challenger who find them well.
Strengthen, and we can get the Moonveil to +6 thanks to those somber stones that we picked up in the Volcano Manor just now. And at this point, I'm going to use my first rune arc. In fact, what I'm going to do is put them here so they're on my shortcut bar. And I'm going to use it. And there you go, you'll see now, firstly, all those resistances, everything you have gets boosted by 5 thanks to the Godrick rune. You'll see it's gold in the top left. You'll see our HP went up. Everything has just been given an extra 5 to our stats. If we die, though, it resets. Now, if you do unfortunately die a few times, you have some options. You lighten your equipment load and just don't have the rune equipped. It's not the end of the world. Or back at the rats. In fact, let me just show you where, if you recall. No, that's too north. So it's from the first steps. Why can't? There we go. So here, the Dragon Burnt Ruins. Rats have a chance of dropping rune arcs. So you can, it's a little bit laborious, but you can farm here to try and farm some rune arcs off of the rats. It might just be worth, as I said, if you die, make sure you have at least 1 on you. And then I would say just, it's not worth it. Just lower your equipment burden so you're back medium, because obviously you have less equipment available to you with 5 less stamina. We're not ready yet to go full Carian, so we're just going to do the legs. Hopefully that makes sense. And now we're going to head back to the schoolhouse classroom. Now that we've done our little detour, we can carry on our Lucaria investigation. How are we doing? Yeah, we should be able to get another achievement. So defeat the first enemy and then come here to the left. Grab the scroll. Now this may be covered. There's normally an illusion wall here. I'm not sure why it wasn't. So just be mindful of that. Grab another cookbook. At this point, just because we can. But the scroll gives us a few extra options on our spells if you wish. So there's 2 more. These ones are casters. The first one was Sword and Shield. These are casters. So we're just going to spell bop. Both of these. Carry on. And you'll see I'm sneaking as there's a whole bunch of enemies here. And we don't want to go too far in here. A, we don't want to aggro all of these Carian scholars. And B, to our left is a giant living jar. And not a friendly one like Alexander. So the way you make any Souls game easier is by taking mobs and turning them into 1v1s. Can I reach you? Yes, I can. So you might have just caught a glimpse. There is the jar. So the jar, 2 Moonveil ashes is going to be enough. Preferably hitting it the first time. There we go. That's how we deal with the jar. Chest equals a pot. So we get a ritual pot from the chest. In new games onwards, this chest will be empty. Pots are in scarce commodity in this game. So any pots that you are able to get in one journey do not respawn in another. So the 3 we bought from Carle, for example, those will not be available to purchase in subsequent runs. Luring the shield user down the steps. Damn. There we go. And then we've got 3 more casters up here. 1 to the left, one to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 up the stairs. And wait, stop it. He'll eventually realise he can't hit us, and then he will start to move. There you go. Okay. Spell spam our way to victory there. Let's use this. The physic flask we are going to be upgrading to be more useful later on. Should have enough to summon the skeletons. And here we are onward for our next fight. And this is what our next achievement is going to be for defeating the Red Wolf of Radagon. Now, be ready to block. This is an aggressive enemy. So get in, summon your skeletons, be ready to block and roll. Once your skeletons hit it, they should then take aggro. And as you can see, we're doing so much damage for this area as we have been taking advantage of easy level system. There we go. Easy. So, achievement trophy number 6 of 42, Red Wolf of Radagon. You get a memory stone as well for that fight. Spend your gold rune 9 for 3,800 runes. And this is the Debate Parlor Grace. Level up 2 levels into endurance to get it up to 14. And we're going to equip full Carian set. So yes, the helmet's not as good, however, it allows us to equip a full Carian set. Look at that. Wow. Does that help? Wow. Right, checking time. No, we don't have enough to get to the next grace. So, yeah, we will end this video here. Hopefully, you had a successful journey through Volcano Manor. I know it's somewhat of a daunting area because everything's got so much health and the lava and everything. But if you just follow and do everything that I do, it should be pretty straightforward. Even if it takes you a few attempts, you just need to pick up your runes on the way and just keep at it. and then the rest should have been straightforward. We're just spell spamming our way through the game at this point. Hopefully you're enjoying that, and you're enjoying the guide. I really appreciate you getting to this point of the video, and the fact that you have means it must have done something right. So please do drop me a like on the video, and if you're not subscribed, please drop a subscribe as well. It really would mean the world to me. And with that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.